when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So the opening play of the drive goes back. From the gun, it's Tua. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Powell. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Tua now on 1st down. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red.
They kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Dolphins at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Looking to pass. Tua. And that is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. The 2 are going to try and throw for it to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, they had that great, long, methodical drive to put in the end zone. Then they tried to bite off a little more and get 8 points. Instead, they're sitting at 6.
But didn't that feel like a decision that they made on Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, you usually say that's what they do, right?
Right. That's the best one. The best ones do that. They take the emotion out of it. That felt like that was scripted. Hey, if we score in the opening drive, we're going to go for 2 and try and really gain an advantage.
They go play action with Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And going to win over Seattle.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Wilson. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Bush. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
They'll keep it in the hands of Bush. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He finds Watson complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. And here's Tucker McCann now for the PAT. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter. McCann's got it teed up. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
Certainly.
Inside the 25. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And how about how he improvised right there, because he got flushed out of the pocket, locked eyes with his wide receiver, who knew to just keep running. And he was able to lay that one out there for him to run under.
Here's Tua. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have retaken the lead. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. If you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. Full 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Sanders now to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tua, he'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, a touchdown! Austin Eckler from 10 yards out, and the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. CD, you know, he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
That's caught. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. They'll go again with Bush. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 41, Wilson. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get. Calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And it's a Packers touchdown from 13 yards out. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. McCann now for the extra point. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. McCann's got it teed up. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
To throw again on second down. Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Two to throw again. Completes it to Powell. And he's going to get this down near the 25. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 25 on 2nd down. Tua, he'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now Tua. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tua picked by his former college teammate Christian Harris. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Wilson. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. At the break, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
They'll try and run for the first with Bush. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Tua going to throw. On the right side open is Gesicki. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Tua sets up to pass it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. On the return, it's White. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Wilson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Packers.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 24, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now it's Wilson. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Packers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
McCann's got it teed up. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing again on second down. Tua, open man is Hill. He's got it. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
This is swung out to Eckler. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out in the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now this throw caught left side, and he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 32 that time.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Two and now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyler Boyd, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. 47 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. That's caught by Howard. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give left side, Bush. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Shelby. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. On 1st down, Shelby. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Wilson. Forced out to his left. Touchdown, Packers! O.J. Howard, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Wilson to throw. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. McCann's got it teed up. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Tagovailoa. Open is Powell. That's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Tua. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. And that's into the hands of Gesicki.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Tua to throw.
Flush to his right.
That's going to be caught downfield by Hill.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense.
He'll get this to Eckler. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is indeed good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the fourth.